It
Are
is
we
recording
on?
now. It is recording now. It is recording now.
Is it recording now? Take two. Somebody didn't hit record, so we're redoing this.
I've had a very long week. Blame it on the week, right?
Oh my God, it
Blame it on the
has
week.
been quite the week. Why is your week so stressful?
And now it's even more stressful now because we have to do take two. I don't know, does this happen to our content creators? I'm sure it does, right?
All the time. I'm sure.
Look at the fucking record button. Wow.
That's okay. When I tell a story a third time, it gets even funnier.
I know, but the third time I tell a story, I'll be like, I can't do this anymore. I can't fake laugh anymore. I cannot the feelings are not emotional and not authentic anymore. But you know what? We will try. We will try. Okay, so today we want to be talking about red flags in clients and customers.
And when do you take it? And when do you move on? And when do you set boundaries? And when?
Oh God, I feel like we should never be able to be. I don't ever want to be in a position where I want to take on a red flag client. But sometimes, when the business is not coming in, you just have to do it right. You just have to do it.
You have to take it.
Yeah.
It's not always cute.
So tell me for the third time.
Okay, sit back, people.
For the third time.
She's hearing it for a third time, but you're hearing it for the first. So look excited. Look excited. Yes. She's not excited.
Yes, I'm ready to hear about this crazy story you had with a client.
Okay, so picture it. Back in KL, this was probably 2021, 2022, working for a furniture showroom, multi-brand showroom. And so we represented a very big furniture brand. And we got an email inquiry from a certain woman who was very the very first email it wasn't unpleasant, but it was very direct, not necessarily abrasive.
And at that point in time, did you already feel like this could be something off?
Well, I didn't feel like it was off. I thought this is a good opportunity because of the brand that it was coming from. So this was a retail luxury showroom that was going to be renovating their showroom, and they just wanted a piece of furniture from us. And so I thought, this is great. So there was the lead woman, and on that email, there was probably like 10, 12 people on the email. There was a good portion of them that were like designers from...
And these are in-house designers?
Yes, from Korea. She and her team were in Singapore, and this was for one of their boutiques in KL. So it was sort of this shuffling of people. Fine. And they said, we want a sofa because we're going to be renovating. We have this curved area. And I said, great. Is this a custom curved sofa, or is this one of the sofas that we currently have?
Fair question.
And then I was met with silence. And I was like,
why do people do that? Why do you ghost us? Why do when we ask a question, you just ghost us?
Especially when you reach out to me. And I'm asking a very basic question. I wasn't asking, do you like long walks on the beach, and nothing like that. It was a very matter of fact, it should be a very simple.
Swipe right on me.
And so they also came to us and said, we need to be open by this date, which meant if we were bringing in furniture, we need at least 3 months to bring in the furniture because it was coming in from the Netherlands.
Okay.
So there was also this lead time aspect to it. And so going silent on me does not help.
Yeah. And did she tell you her delivery date and deadline for when this has to happen?
And she had set it up early in the conversation of, while this is happening, my team needs to go to the workroom and see things. They need a workroom tour. And I was like, you're getting one piece of furniture. What are you talking about? You don't have time for this. What is wrong with you?
Yeah. I also don't like it when clients say, hey, can we come by to the factory to have a look at how it's done?
No, you can't.
Yeah.
I think you can get photographic progress shots that are curated by us.
Yep.
So that you see that
Yep.
things are done, getting done, or in stages. I actually do that with clients a lot of times to get them excited.
Right.
I will show them those pictures and they're like, oh my God, it looks so good. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I know.
But I don't like it when they come to the factory because first of all, it's very disruptive to the process. Like, oh, visitors coming in and then, the workers are like, what's going on? Like, what do we do now? Do we have to entertain them and all that? It's first disruptive. And secondly, there are parts where it's still a bit rough.
Yeah, and you don't want them.
You don't want them to jump. I don't want you to jump. I'll be like, hey, why like that? Is it going to be like that? No, hey, chill. It's, we're in the process. It's the ugly in between. I don't want you to come see that. So yeah, that's the reason why I don't want you to come in and be disruptive to the process.
Yeah.
So yes, they wanted to come to the factory, and then you said no.
I said, that's really not something that we do. I said, maybe there's a chance that I can give you progress shots as it's happening. That's fine. So then I said, do you have a floor plan that I can see and just indicate on the floor plan what this radius is? Because are you going to custom build, or are you going to buy something that is that 3-month lead time for us to bring in to then reupholster? Silence. And I'm like, what is it? These aren't difficult questions. And so the literally weeks are going by, and I'm working backwards in my head. I'm like, you need to make a decision like yesterday. So then I'm like, hi, you really need to let me know what you want to do, what this radius is. So then they give me a radius, and I said, if you're gonna do one of our pieces and reupholster it, I only have 2 different radius sizes. So you need to tell me which one you want to go with, because both of them are not perfect with whatever this space is. And
So this is what they just tell you, just follow the plan, follow the design.
oh no, I would never, not with because she was already doing all this back and forth and stupidity, I was not going to be the one to offer anything to her. She also felt like she wanted to be in charge all the time. And so her way of being in charge is just being a bully and being aggressive.
So I think that's a good point, right? So like, if you're going to be this person, bulldoze your way through, be nasty and like, I want to call the shots, I want to control everything, then you're just not going to get extra help
I always
that you might actually need. Yeah.
I was just wondering, like, who hurt her? Like, why are you like that?
Bad childhood.
Yeah, like, I'm not your dad.
Missing father.
I'm not your father. Stop with what
Abusive mother.
just left on the side of the road, and like we have a lot of like issues we got to work through.
Picked up from the garbage.
Just working through it with a sofa is not it. This is not your therapy right now.
Yeah.
So finally, they decide on a sofa, and because this is a luxury brand, they already had all of their fabrics and finishings chosen well in advance, because I'm sure it took 6 months to get the approval to get this new look of store together. And so it was a very, very beautiful French velvet that we had sent over to the workroom. And we end up doing it, we deliver it, and it looks gorgeous. I saw it in the workroom.
Gorgeous.
It was a really beautiful sofa. And we send it to site. They end up opening just by chance. I'm walking through the mall with my boyfriend, and I was like, oh my God, they just opened. I need to go in. I want to see in real life what this is looking like. And so I went in, I took pictures, I took videos to show my team, and I was like, it looks great, so happy.
Yeah.
This was, even though she was difficult to deal with, it's in, it's done.
Close the chapter and move on, right?
That was the idea.
There's more.
But wait, there's more. So about a month later, she ends up sending a really nasty email saying, the sofa is broken and you need to fix it. And that was
That's 1 month later.
Yeah.
1 month later. Wow, the audacity,
But also you just need to fix it and it's broken. There was no real explanation as to what it was. And she said, your faulty upholstery work ripped. And I thought, what does that mean? So I physically went down to see the sofa.
Oh, so you actually went down to see
I
what
went
the
down
matter
to
was.
Yeah, because again, she is telling me all these things with this tone, never having visited it herself.
Oh, what? Okay,
because
this
she's
part I
still
didn't
in
know.
Singapore. Travel was not super easy
Okay.
at that time yet.
So she's basically getting feedback from the boss, and she's like, "Don't worry, boss. I'm gonna bulldoze my way and find a solution for you."
I'm gonna get this shit done. And so I go down and I noticed that it seemed like it was a stress tear on the seams because this was a channeled sofa. So a channeled sofa has sort of those channels.
Yep.
And where the channels were coming together, where the fabric is seamed, there was a
Where is that the seam is coming apart?
it was
There's a little
it
bust.
ripped right at the seam because it was at an open corner.
Okay.
So if anybody were to really sit heavy or just get up and down and maybe sort of use their hand to
Yeah.
It-
And you said you visited them and they had a whole bunch of events.
They had their grand opening, which I saw on social media, and all
Yeah.
these people back and forth.
Yeah.
And then I was like, she was like, it broke and it's your fault. And I was like, no, I saw that you guys had a whole bunch of events. I don't know what you guys are doing there. You guys can get crazy with the champagne and start jumping on furniture. That's not my issue. And so I said, I will take it back. I will look into whatever it is. I said, this is the sofa that you picked, and this is the fabric that you specified and gave me. I said, what I will do is I will take it back to the workroom, and I talked to the workroom. P.S. This workroom does all the work for the royals in upper part of Malaysia. My other workroom in JB does all the southern part, but they do all the royals.
The royals, the Datus and the Datins.
The Tunku and the Tan Sri. By the way, you can call me Tan Sri Tyler.
What?
So I brought it back, and then we decided what we'll do is we will fix it and we will reinforce the seams. So
Okay.
he actually put another
So
layer.
you did it out of goodwill, lah. You
Out of goodwill, just because this is a major, big luxury brand, and we just wanted to make them happy despite her fucking attitude. And so, but what I wasn't going to do is I wasn't going to release it because I knew that she was going to be problematic afterwards. And so I brought it to the workroom, and I called her up from there, and I said, it is fixed. We reinforced the seams. It is fixed. I will not release this back to you until you send me an email stating that I will no longer be responsible because it is going to leave this factory once again in perfect condition. And I don't want you calling
that's
me.
what I would do as well. Like if I out of goodwill, I'm fixing the thing for you. I don't really want to be dealing with the same situation again, knowing
Again,
that,
yeah, and again, and again.
yeah, knowing that I would not be a part of the damage. Like I'm not the cause of the damage.
No, she is the damaged goods.
We've established that.
So basically, I called her up, video called her, and I said, I will sit here while you type this email. She's like, why are you being so mean to me?
Wow.
And I was like, listen, lady,
Wow.
I have been more than accommodating with you, your attitude, your lack of response in the early days, and now you're coming back with a damage that it has nothing to do with me. And so I said, I will sit here and wait for you to do it, or I can say goodbye and you're gonna send that email. But until I receive the email, sitting right here,
Giving a taste of her own medicine
which
back.
she did not appreciate, which I loved.
Because she won't appreciate lah. That bitch.
Because I don't think she's ever been spoken to that way.
You think so?
I'm pretty sure. So
Or
what
she has really thick skin.
I think she has just no feelings.
I don't know how people live like that. I really don't know. How can you be so mean? And then you can still say, why are you being so mean to me? Excuse me?
I was like, don't play the victim all of a sudden. Like you were the bully and all of a sudden now you're the victim?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Do you think she actually knows that she is known as a bully and I don't know.
I don't know, but the whole industry knows because I was actually talking to a contractor friend who did a lot of the high-end retail shops, and he was like, what was her name again? Because he was working on a shop, and he was like, I'm actually considering walking off the job because of her right now.
Wow. Wow.
And then she ended up moving to a different luxury brand, and I'm sure she's thriving there, just being like the biggest asshole there too. But
You know, this is something we talked about earlier, okay, in the earlier recording, about how clients will very vocal, bully their way through, bulldoze their way through, and still getting things their way. It's not good behavior, but I get why you do that because you're rewarded with what you want. But also,
It's not good.
yeah, it's not good. I think that you will also burn through your relationships, whatever goodwill that you will have later on also. So who's going to be working with you later on? You just not seeing the long term, nor mid-term even.
Well, especially with someone like that where you're representing a big brand. From a homeowner's point of view, when it's your home, I get it. It's very personal.
Yes.
Like your home is very personal.
Yes.
If your marriage survives to a renovation, like that's a big accomplishment in and of itself. But wait, so you had a story too about.
I did. Like, cause I also had I have my fair share of poorly behaved clients, and this one
You need
is.
to put a sign out at the front door. Poorly behaved people not allowed.
But how do you define what's poorly behaved? What's poor behavior? Some people don't know. I feel like maybe some people don't know.
Entitlement.
Yeah. So I was working with a client, and this is a designer. We work with a lot of designers, and I've been working with them for years. I was not able to pass on their account to any of my juniors because they were not easy to work with. They were quite demanding with delivery, finishes, that sort of thing. And they sometimes have certain requirements that need a bit more care.
Is it just because it's more complex, or they just are just?
Sometimes, okay, I mean, when you do custom-made stuff, sometimes it gets a bit complex. Like they want a certain profile. Then,
I'm okay with that. As long as they are working with you and not
Yes.
working against you.
Yes. Just don't talk down at
Yeah.
me, yeah. Because sometimes I feel like I'm being talked down too. It's like, oh, other people can do it. How come you cannot? Then I'm like,
Then go to the other people.
so I'm like, okay, I will try. But okay, anyway, in that case, not easy to pass this down to my juniors. But what I didn't like was how they often push me under the bus when things happen.
Oh.
Really, really bad case, really bad situation. I got a call in the middle of the night, like close to midnight, okay? Call, messages, a slew of like unhappy messages like, hey, your bed and mattress gave my helper rashes, like bed bugs. Okay, they said bed bugs. So I was like, that cannot be. Because I know that we don't deliver, we don't reuse stuff, we don't do rental, everything is brand new, okay? So I'm like, okay, can you just send me the images or whatever you saw so that, I can try to access it from here. So they send the images. Now I'm like, looking at the images, I'm like, those don't look like, these don't look like bed bug bites. So they actually sent me a picture of the helper's like rash and all that. Yeah, like I was expecting them to send me pictures of the product, but
They
yeah.
were like, no, here's the proof.
Here's the proof. Yeah. So I look at them like, So I said, I don't think they look like bed bug bites. And I'm not saying out of vindictiveness lah.
Out of being a medical professional.
I'm not a medical professional lah, but then
No,
like,
but bedbug bites have a very
Yes.
specific bite pattern and look to them. Like
it's a
you could,
round swell and you got a little pin of like
yeah, you
redness.
can Google what it looks like. It's a very distinctive thing.
And before I said that, I Googled it first because my instinct was, this does not look like it. And then I also looked at Google images and I was like, okay. But you know what? I won't discount that maybe something else happened, but let's have a chat in the morning. So in the morning, I followed up. They didn't really follow up. I was like, hey, what's going on? And then a little while later, they said that, actually turns out it's not bed bugs. Guess what it was? It's because the helper was new, came into the country feeling all stressed out, and these were just like
Feeling all stressed out, probably
stress reaction
because of
hives.
her new employers are crazy.
Yes, probably that too. Also, right?
If you're moving into some new place and then you find something and then your employers all of a sudden have a freak out and then start involving all these other people, she's probably like, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I mean, could be young as well, you know, could be young, out of the country for the first time. I won't discount that, but still, why did you just throw me under the bus like that? Like you know, the client jumps. I get it. Sometimes clients are a bit jumpy, but as a designer, you need to chill. It's your job, you know.
Yeah, as a designer, you are supposed to be the first line of defense and protect your team, your troops, your everyone behind you.
Yeah.
You're the first person that should be the line of defense, and just
Yes, and even then, let's say this is a problem. This is a problem of mine. For some reason, something I send out causes a reaction or something. Work with me.
yeah.
I'm not gonna drop you. You know, work with me to solve this problem. Don't give me extra stress.
I don't know what it is. We're like, why is everybody so hurt in this world that they need to like do this?
Not everybody lah. Not everybody lah. Not like Tyler. Tyler's so nice.
I am so nice.
Tyler has
Insert halo above me right
a holistic
now.
family. Great parents. Beautiful mama. Best papa.
Yeah, but like, I don't understand that whole level. And as a designer, you really need to be able to control the situation. And so maybe my situation, people look at and they think I took it over the top, but I was also protecting myself and my reputation with what we do, because again, I mean, people fight me on it, but I don't think I was responsible for it.
No, yeah, for sure. I wouldn't say that you'd be responsible for that. And I think you did do this out of goodwill. You did do the repair out of goodwill.
So do you still work with these designers?
No, I don't. I don't with them. There was something else that happened also.
Oh, so it was repeated.
It was repeated attitude. Repeated attitude. And I got to a point where I'm like, I cannot work with you anymore.
I don't know why interior designers, a lot of them are such divas. I haven't experienced many here. You probably experienced them because again, interior designers here generally don't talk to each other, and the ones that I talk to are all super confident with themselves and they're uber
Don't
nice.
have to be diva, right? Don't have to be diva.
You don't have to be a diva if you know what you offer, you know that you're good at something. You know that there's not a reason
Topic. Are Singaporean designers divas?
Some are. But most of the ones who are confident with what they offer and what they do and the knowledge.
Yeah,
that,
because birds of the same feather flock together, ma. So you don't flock together with the fucking divas, lah.
I don't know who would. Gross.
Yeah, they'll just be on their own. They'll be on their own.
All right, maybe we'll talk about that next week.
Yes, maybe we'll talk about that next week. And I hope you have a much better week than us.
Oh my God, I need to like lay down. I have another event. I'm so exhausted.
Okay, I've got a nice sofa for you to lay down.
Oh yeah, plenty, right?
And beds too. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye guys.
Bye.